This meeting is on and session is being recorded. Okay, awesome. So what's kind of started this webinar that I'm doing now is a post on Facebook group called Real Estate Hacks in regards to how internet lead generation works. So what my intent today is to actually show you the general sense of where these internet leads come from, and what I'm going to do is actually share with you guys an account and then go through the live leads to show you guys exactly how the leads are responding back, what the leads are saying, and then give you some averages in terms of what number of leads actually respond back, how do they respond back, and what conversation you can actually start having with these internet leads. So that is my intent. And if you guys have any questions throughout the event, you can shoot the questions right in that chat, and I will do my best to get to the questions throughout the webinar. And it's not going to be a big long one. It's going to be quite short, probably half an hour or so. And then this is also sort of a first look to a lot of you guys about our new system as well, and how that function, how a lot of the automation works. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. One of the first things that I want to say and talk about is, where do these internet leads come from? In a general sense, where do most internet leads come from when we start doing any kind of advertising, and that is off of Google. So when people are online, or really, let's go back, when people start thinking about the buying process, when they start thinking about buying a property, there's generally 2 ways or 3 ways right now where they can actually start looking for homes. They could either go to a realtor and say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Realtor, I'm looking to buy a home. Can you show me what listings are available in the area where I want to buy? And there's a lot less and less of that happening now, primarily because listings are widely accessible online. Whether it be on realtor.ca or whether it be them going to Google and searching for homes for sale in a given area, a lot of real estate agents are kind of not getting that first point of contact from the people that are starting to think about the buying process. So now, this is a chance for us to get a bunch of these people who are on Google that are searching for homes for sale. So, when you think about how many people could there be that are actually looking for homes for sale on Google, and just to give you a quick average, in Mississauga, there's 25,000 people every month that are searching for homes for sale. So there's quite a bit of people in it, and obviously the bigger the city, the more people there is. And then they use a variety of different keywords. They might search for homes for sale in Mississauga. They might search for detached homes for sale in Mississauga, so on and so forth. The concept is all the same. What we're going to do is we're going to show ads just like these, and these would be your ads. So when we create this for you, we're creating these ads for you, and then we're setting up a website that's going to allow you to capture these leads off the internet. So Google is one of them. And then Facebook is another way of generating these internet leads. Now, there's a primary difference when it comes to generating a lead off of Google and generating a lead off of Facebook. And that primary difference is Google is going to have intent, meaning that we know that they're searching for homes for sale in Mississauga. And Facebook, we have a lot of curiosity where people are browsing through pictures and then they end up clicking on one of the ads and kind of submitting their information. So when we look at the average percentage of how many leads we need off of Facebook compared to how many leads we need off of Google to get the same result, we generally need 3 times more leads off of Facebook than we do from Google to get the same exact result as far as closing these deals. So the only kind of positive side is that Facebook leads are generally much less expensive than Google leads. So they're sometimes 4 to 5 times cheaper than you'll spend on Google. So now, whichever method is here, whichever way we get the person to our website, we're driving them to what's called a lead generation website. And these lead generation websites are made to basically convert that traffic into a lead. So that when somebody comes on the website, we're forcing them to register through hiding images and getting them to actually submit their information and go into our website. And we do that quite interestingly well. I'll give you a quick example actually, just so you can see onelocal.ca here, and let's actually search for example Toronto. When a person is looking for, let's say in this case, Toronto homes for sale, and when they land on our website, we're taking them directly to this page where they're actually looking through listings. And as they click on one of the listings, this comes up where they have to actually enter their information. So they start off with an email, let's say auto@.ca, and then when they go to the next step, we get their first and last name, and then we say, give us your phone number, and then we tell them that their phone number is going to be used as a password. So in the event that they enter a wrong number, they're going to forget what their password is. So that's kind of a little bit of a psychological thing to get the actual right contact info. So now, once we've got the actual proper information, what we're doing is we are taking the lead into your CRM system. And then when you come into your CRM system, you're seeing this information. So you'll get their first name, their last name, their phone number, their email address, and then you'll also get to see what properties they've actually looked at. So you'll get an average. And what we mean by that is we start tracking, as soon as they come to your website, we start tracking which properties they've actually looked at. And then we start kind of accumulating that data and then showcasing that data to you in your backend. And then if you were to click on more details, you can actually see specifically which properties they've looked at and how many times they've actually seen that property. So this gives you quite a good insight in terms of what exactly these guys are looking at when they come onto your website, so that when you're qualifying them, you're going to know a little bit about how to actually talk to them. So now, what happens with a lead that comes into this new CRM system that we've developed and the websites that we've developed, and what exactly do we do for you guys to qualify these leads? So the first thing that we do is within 5 minutes of the lead coming in, we actually shoot off an SMS message to the lead, so a text message to the lead saying, "Good afternoon, Andrea. Thanks for logging on to my website, onelocal.ca, to browse listings. I'm going to set you up to get daily updates of new listings by email. I see you were looking at listings in Oakville. Is your price range 890 to 910,000, and are you looking at detached or semi-detached?" So this message here is completely populated based on what they were looking at on your site. So it's completely automated and populated from that message. And then if the lead responds back to your message, our system will change that lead to a made contact pipeline, and it will not continue to follow up, because now the onus is on you to actually continue to follow up. If the lead doesn't respond back to your message, then we do have other messages that go out to the lead trying to qualify them further. And on top of that, the other thing that'll happen completely automatically is a saved listing search is going to be set up. Again, based on what they were looking at, we're going to save listings and then start sending them listings on a daily basis after that. So, and the reason why we do that, the primary core reason as to why we shoot out listings to your leads on a daily basis, is because of the fact that generally these leads need to be nurtured for a longer period of time. So if you think about it, when people come online to start looking at listings, they're typically at the very beginning stage of their buying process. And they need to start continue to receive listings on a daily basis. And to be honest with you, if we're not the ones sending them the listings, then somebody else will. So in essence, these two things, what end up happening from our CRM system, we shoot off the message within 5 minutes, and it's very important that we reach out to the lead as soon as possible. They think that it's from you, but it actually is completely automated. When they respond back, I do want you to know that the message does go directly to your cell phone, so that you can respond back right from your cell phone without any additional application. And the messages, everything gets logged inside of this. And then onto this, the listings go out automatically. And then should you want to stop them, or should the client want to stop them, they have the ability to make that change right inside the website, or you have the ability to change right inside your CRM system. And I'll show you guys a bit about that a little bit later. So then what's next? When it comes to internet leads, what do we do next with them? How do we work the internet leads? And the primary thing with internet leads is going to be follow-up. When we're calling these leads, there's two ways that you can qualify the leads really, and I'll kind of talk about that. But on that call, we're trying to figure out two things. We're trying to figure out what their timeline is, and we're trying to figure out what their motivation is. So if we can figure out when they're looking to buy or sell, and we can figure out why they're looking to buy and sell, then we're going to know when to exactly follow up and how to actually set that proper follow-up. Because if they're looking to buy within a year, there's no point of you following up with them every week. Follow up with them once a month. If you're following up with them every week, if they're looking to buy in a year, they're just going to push them away more and more. And then not only that, when you're calling out to these leads, even if, for example, our SMS system will get, I didn't talk about that actually, our SMS system will get 20% of these leads to respond back to your message. So, from those that responded back, great, we're beginning a conversation with them through an SMS. But from those that actually don't respond back, the ones that you do call, and you definitely have to call every single internet lead that you get, our point is going to be, what can we say to them that's going to help us try and convert these leads so that we can begin a conversation with them. And there's a couple of ways that you can try to convert. First off, one of the ways is when you call the lead, we know exactly what they're looking at, and we can give them a call and say, Hey John, this is Otto calling from so and so. Hey, listen, I see you came by my website. You're looking to buy properties in Oakville with a price range of 940,000. Hey John, listen, instead of you going back and forth on Google and looking for properties, why don't you let me set you up with listings so that you're going to start receiving listings in the area where you're looking to buy. How does that sound to you? And when they respond back, we can start to gauge and figure out what exactly why they're looking to buy, and then timeline when they're looking to buy. Another very interesting way to follow up, or way to actually call these leads that a lot of agents have kind of utilized, is looking at the list of properties that they have looked at. When you call them, say something like this. Hi Andre, this is Otto from onelocal.ca. Andre, I see that you've come onto our website. You're looking for homes for sale in Oakville, and I see you registered to see this property, 430 Park Ridge Crescent. When did you want to go take a look at it? And at that point, you have to understand the lead, actually they did not request to see that property. They've seen it a couple of times, so we know they have maybe a little bit of a more interest towards that property, but they haven't actually registered to see it. Now their response could be, no, I didn't register. I don't want to see that property. Oh, I'm so sorry. My system must have made a mistake. I apologize about that. Let me maybe get a little bit of an idea of what you're looking for, so I can try to help you out and find what you're after. So that's one really interesting way to try and sort of follow up with the leads. And you'll be surprised how many people actually say, okay, sure, yeah, I have time on this and this date to actually see it. So you've immediately gone from trying to qualify of motivation and timeline to actually knowing, because if they're ready to look at a property, they're typically much further in their buying process. So I hope that part of it kind of stuck with you guys, and you get to kind of understand of how that follow-up is done. What I want to do now is I want to log into one of these accounts, and I want to go through and actually pop in and look at the leads that have come in, just to give you an idea of what they're like, and then kind of what that's going to do for us is give us a clear understanding of what internet leads are like, and what they're responding to us, how they're actually responding back. So in this account, this agent has 1,705 leads in his account, and what I want to do is I want to pull up all the leads that we have made contact, set meetings, signed agreements, showing, and sold. So out of 1,705, let me actually just do a quick calculation here. 635 we've made contact with, divided by 1,705. So 37% of all the leads that are inside his CRM system, we've made contact with, or he's done showings with. So that gives you a little bit of an idea in terms of how what percentage of leads you're actually capable of working with when they respond back to you. So what I want to do next is kind of give you a sense of what these responses are like. What we're looking for is leads that have actually responded by SMS, so we can kind of give you an idea of how they're responding back, and kind of give you an idea of how we're communicating with these leads. So here's Brad. And to be honest with you, I have actually not gone through all these responses. So some of these responses might be fairly negative, such as telling us to go somewhere where we don't want to go. So here's this system send off this first SMS message, and then sent off the second SMS message because they didn't respond to the first one. And they said, hi, we were emailing yesterday. I'm a realtor. Okay, so this is a realtor from Canmore that was testing out the system. Yes, Brad, thanks for automated. It didn't turn it off. I'm replying to your text in the CRM. Okay, so let's just go through a few of these so we can get a sense of, we'll go one by one just to kind of get a sense of what the responses are like. So in this case, the lead was changed to made contact. However, the lead didn't respond to an SMS. It was done made contact by phone, and it was done through a phone call. So when they made a phone call to the lead, they responded back and actually started communication. Let's go through a few of these so we can find one of these that have actually responded back by an SMS, so we can get a sense of what the communication has been like. So here's one, not ready to move yet, just looking for possibilities, appreciate the information, updated information. So after the first message went out, they responded with that. Let's go through a few more of these. And as we're going through these guys, if you have any questions, and I know one of my biggest problems is that I talk way too fast. I should definitely slow down. But if you have questions, you can ask them in that chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer them as I'm going through this stuff. So here's another lead. When it came in, the first message went out, and then the response was actually my mother-in-law just went into a home, and she has a 1-bed, 1-bath. The Oaks, older appliances, just trying to figure out what's worth. The family has decided to selling. So, I mean, this is a lead that obviously can turn into a listing. Again, you really never know what you're going to get out of internet leads until you kind of get into it. And then here's one that after the first message went out, hello there, either one. So condo townhouse or condo apartment. Let's go through as many as we can here. Take a look at this one. So after the first message, the lead responded back, yes, townhouse with a backyard, preferably it's for my mom. It doesn't have to be in Oakville, but maybe in the general area, open to Mississauga as well. And then the agent went from there to respond. So that is the general sense, guys, of how this platform works as far as internet leads. And the primary positive thing when it comes to our new platform and our new CRM system is that all of this stuff with respect to the first initial contact is automated for you. So when we're looking at these leads that are responding back, these leads have actually responded back to completely an autonomous system that's been put together. So that is honestly what I wanted to kind of give you guys a glimpse of. I wanted to give you a glimpse of in terms of what the leads are like by going through some of the conversations that have happened. And I hope that you guys have at least gained enough value to see exactly how this works. And if you do have any further questions on how this works, you can always shoot me a message here, or if you want to respond to that email that I sent you guys. So here's Ali Otto. So there's agents responding directly to their phone. And is it syncing with the CRM, or are they responding through the CRM system? So Ali, when the lead responds back to you, it goes directly to your cell phone. And when you respond to that message, you're responding from your cell phone, and it gets logged in the CRM system as well. So it's a fully synced system together. It works kind of through your cell phone and through an SMS system that we've built, but everything gets logged without you really thinking too much about how it works. It works perfectly, and it's all logged perfectly. So I hope that answers your question there, Ali. Just so you guys know, so far what I've showed you guys here, there's a few more functionalities that we have. I mean, let's say you want to do a mass SMS message to a whole bunch of people that you have tags as investors. So let's say, Lindsay Hook just texted me as well here. So this account is actually Elia's account, the guy that's on our webinar. So he generously enough allows us to use the CRM to demo it out, as we've done quite a bit of favors for him as well. And then let's actually go here to SMS. Here's a tab that shows all the messages here. And then Lindsay Hook just messaged him back. So let's click on Lindsay to find out what she messaged back with. And then here's the conversation he had with Lindsay. Was that the lead that we were just looking at, Alia? I believe, show Lindsay Hook, yes. So the lead that we were just looking at just responded back at 11:18. That was the reason why it refreshed. So the SMS is fully integrated. It's quite useful to allow you to really kind of get the most out of your CRM system. And then not only that, so let's say you wanted to shoot a mass SMS. So as I was saying, you might have a client appreciation event, and you have a whole bunch of people tagged as clients. So let's say these are all people that are tagged as clients. You could use our tagging system there as well. But I want to shoot a mass SMS of these. Let me show you how easy that would be. If you just click here to select all, and then you go to apply action, send mass SMS, you put together your message. You can even say something like, hi, first name. In fact, when you guys you guys received my SMS message, and it said hi, whatever your name was that you submitted, I actually did this to send that message out to all of you at the same time. So you click on send, and all 635 leads in this instance would actually receive an SMS message directly from you. So it is quite powerful. You have the ability to do the same thing for emails and mass emails. Again, if you select all, apply action, send mass email, you can send off an email or pre-select or a pre-compiled email. Click on send, and that would send off that email automatically. There's another question. How do you set SMS to auto? So the automatic SMS is right now pre-built specifically for the leads that are coming off of your website. We are creating an editor where you can actually specify your messages that are supposed to go out at this very moment. We are the ones that are setting up this message to go out automatically, and we're not allowing you to change this message at this very moment for two reasons. The first reason being is that we haven't actually built out the functionality to allow you to edit these messages and create your own campaigns. That's coming in about 3 weeks. And honestly, the primary other reason why we haven't allowed our clients to change these messages is that we're testing out which message gets the highest response ratio. So we want to find out which of these messages has the best potential to getting a lead to respond back. And the more messages we send out, the easier it is for us to find out who's responding back. So that is the reason. And just so you guys know, a quick hint here, a message that we're starting to test out next that we have really huge hopes for is so simple. So when a lead comes in and when we respond back to that lead, instead of saying this long message here, all we're going to try is saying is, hi, is this John? So it'll literally say, hi, is this John? So through people who we've associated with, they're saying they're getting an unbelievably huge response to a message as simple as that, which is quite interesting, and obviously it makes a lot of sense that most people are going to respond with either saying, no, you got the wrong number, or yes, it is, who's this? But it's interesting enough that people are responding to that message a lot more than they are to this message. Now, the only thing we're trying to figure out is, does the conversation continue on after we've sent that in a similar fashion, or is it still kind of 20% of the leads that respond back we actually get to chat with? So since this webinar is being recorded, can I get a copy to share with my agents? Dan, absolutely. I will send you a copy of the webinar so you can share it with your agents. That's not a problem at all. Ali had a question. Can you draft emails, text to send out for future date automatically should you not be able to access the CRM? So Ali, when it comes to automating SMS and emails for future dates, that it's something that does not exist right now. It is a functionality that we have in mind that we will definitely build out. However, it is not a functionality that exists currently inside the CRM system. My CRM doesn't send out auto SMSs, and I don't know where to activate the feature. So I'm assuming you're a client. For you to activate the SMS feature, all you have to do is shoot an email to support@agentlocator.ca and tell them that you want to use the SMS functionality, and then they'll help you get it set up. Outside of that, you're very welcome, Dan. On the recording, I'll send the recording, in fact, to everybody so that all of you guys can have that recording and play back at your own leisure. And again, in respect to the costs of what our system is, it is literally $59.95 a month. So for $59.95 a month, you get a website that you choose from. As far as the design goes, you can have a basic layout, you can have a sort of a random website, or you can have a lead generation website. With that, you get the CRM system as well and all the functionality that we just talked about here. Honestly, if anybody wants to get signed up and would like to even get a little bit of a further demo, what you guys can do is go to agentlocator.ca, click on our team, and then contact any one of these sales reps, and they will be more than happy to help you guys out. And since I don't see any other questions on here, I will end the webinar, and it is literally 11:24, so we are half an hour into it, which is honestly, I think, my problem, because I talk way too fast, and I've been told that before. So I hope that you guys have been able to follow what I've said, and if you have any questions for me after that, why are Google Ads better than Facebook? Ali, so the primary reason why Google Ads are going to be a lot better than Facebook ads is a question that was asked on the chat just now. There's one primary reason, and that is when we look at Google, we have intent, meaning that people are looking for homes for sale in whatever area that they're looking at, Brampton, let's say. So we know that somebody who's looking for homes for sale in Brampton, we know that they have an intent that they're actually looking for homes for sale in Brampton. Now, when we look at advertising on Facebook, we don't have the ability to target people on Facebook that are searching for something. We have the ability to target a general sector. So we can say we want to target everybody who is in Mississauga, let's say, that is between a certain age. However, we don't have the ability to target people that are looking to buy. So when we compare intent to curiosity, that would be the primary reason we have that Google leads are better than Facebook leads. I hope that kind of makes sense for you guys, and I can explain that a bit further if you need, Ali. If you want to shoot me an email, I can get into that a bit more. Are there any other questions by any chance that anybody else has before we end the webinar? It came a bit late, so I missed it. No worries, Ali. I'm glad you're on and glad you're getting some value out of this. So we'll end the webinar here, guys. If anybody has any questions later, shoot me an email, shoot me a text message back. I will be more than happy to help you guys out. Lauren has one question. After initial contact, is there a drip setup? Let me go back up. Is there a drip setup through email? So Lauren, the primary drip right now through email is, if we don't have a good phone number, the primary drip through email is the listings that go out. You do have the ability to associate another email campaign to it. So let's say like a buyer lead campaign that sends out emails on a daily basis. However, the primary drip and the primary way that we drive this traffic back to your website is through the listings that we send them on a daily basis. So that is a primary way. Now, just on the side, actually, I promised I was going to show you how to edit the listings. So every lead, as soon as it comes in, is set up on these listings. And then with our system, you have the ability to set up to send out listings to them 3 times a day, up to 3 times a day. So because we pull specifically, let's say from Treb, we pull every couple of hours the listings. Our system will check the listings, let's say in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening to find out whether new listings have come out during that period and shoot listings off to them. We are kind of making changes to our system to try to make it as soon as possible, but for now you have the ability to do it 3 times a day. And why that's useful in certain times is when the market is really hot, you want to get the listings to your clients as soon as possible. So that is one way that you can set it up. And Lauren, I hope that answers your question as well. And we will end it from here. Thank you guys so much again, and everybody have a great Thursday. And if you have any questions again, let me know. Thank you very much.